It should have started by now. Yeah, it's recording. Okay. Yeah. We should maybe decide
recording on.
What kind of application we want to build today, because we should definitely do something concrete.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I remember one with WordPress community in Nuremberg. Nice. Okay, yeah. So application for today. You said yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember, one thing that many people, according to you or maybe some other source of information, are using SvelteKit to build totally static sites.
Yeah, but that's not interesting, in my opinion.
That's not interesting.
Just putting HTML tags inside of Svelte components, and that's
just creating new files with Svelte extension in a special folder. I don't remember which one.
Routes folder.
With HTML inside, right? And HTML and CSS inside. That will do the job.
Yeah. Some little bit of templates, but that's it. And I'm more interested in the interactivity and all of that stuff that we can do with Svelte.
Do we have like any substantial topics from the tutorial to cover for Svelte, not SvelteKit?
Give me a second. We have some. Yeah, sharing the screen right now. Docs. Let's see, we covered all of these templates.
Mm-hmm.
We did all of that. It was the first meeting, then this. We also had the on events and binding of properties. We didn't do this, but it's very straightforward. Basically, if you have radio buttons or stuff like that, yeah, I think we also did those, or at least it's not that special because it's just a way to toggle classes in Svelte. Yeah. I'm not sure if we did component directives, but yeah.
Component directives.
Yeah.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's that important. What else is there? There are these slots. We covered that. It's how you can nest things into your component. How you can nest stuff inside of your component, basically. And I think we didn't cover those special tags that start with Svelte, but they aren't very complex either. And I'm not sure if we are going to use them today. Yeah. Then
I do some of
that. We have the runtime, the methods, basically those, we could call them lifecycle methods. Hope it will stop scrolling to some other part of the website for some reason. It always scrolls up there. Yeah. These
I just checked. Yeah.
These are maybe interesting for some more advanced stuff, but right now I don't think we need them. We really need them. I don't know. And also, I'm not sure if we would implement stores ourselves, and also if we need any animations yet or transitions.
No, that
And
will
that's
be a nice gimmick, but probably an overkill for
nothing
big.
important. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Seems
It seems like we covered like the most important topics already from the
Yeah.
tutorial.
The rest is maybe we could do that while we are doing some actual projects. What I would say is that we build some smaller applications that actually do something today.
Yeah. So what's in your opinion would be like something what we can do today, like any kind of interactivity? We probably also would require Svelte, not the Svelte kit yet, right? For today.
Yeah, we don't need Svelte kit at all. It's just it's
Just one pager, I guess.
Yeah, we don't need any Svelte kit. It's just a way to build to do the routing better and stuff like that. It's not a big thing to learn. It's just another way to basically deploy and rearrange your components. It's not like something actually.
Maybe some JavaScript game where we could use Svelte components. One pager.
What do you think of?
Where do you have like some kind of input and the page does something in a response? I don't know. I thought maybe about tic-tac-toe, but then there is some logic behind, and it should be implemented as well. Could get complicated. Not like Svelte related at all. Just some JavaScript business logic behind.
Yeah.
Something. Or let's create a chat, one pager chat, and we could all chat some stupid stuff into it.
But this would also be a little bit difficult because we would need
You need a
database, authentication, all of that stuff.
No, without authentication, just a user, like a.
But then we would still need an API. We would send all of the messages to. That would be a little bit too much for today, maybe.
Yeah. So with something with purely JavaScript, without a backend, right?
That would be
Something
great.
where we don't. So it will be a single user application.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have many ideas right now.
Maybe like just a page you open and it should tell you all the information about your window environment, like what's the resolution of the screen, and I don't know, like your browser or whatever. It's very straightforward. We just have to retrieve environmental variable from the window, I guess, from document DOM, I would say. Even
it could be a project, but not too interesting.
Yeah, there is no input. Something with the input where a user would input something, either click something or type something.
I'm not really sure what we could do.
Like,
do you have ideas for a small application we could develop today with Svelte? Something just on the client side without any APIs connected. Or we could, I think last time I had another idea to maybe read all of the milestones from a GitHub project and visualize them in some way. That would be something.
You need to access GitHub API in this case.
Yeah, but
which
that
are
is
open, you said,
it's
right?
an open API. We just have to do an HTTP request, and we wouldn't need to build any backend ourselves. This could be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. So you would have a GitHub repository where some milestones have been achieved, and you just through APIs you want to read out these milestones, right?
Yeah. Basically, what we would need to do is to just, the first thing would be that the user has to enter the GitHub username. And after that, we will show him a list of all of his repositories where he can choose one. And after he chose the repository, we are showing the milestones.
You could as well just provide the URL to the repository directly, right? Just a text field. You type you insert the URL to the repo and click. What is it?
That's too easy. Then
you have to start small and then. Okay.
Yeah, but what we would do with this, we would test how to bind values to a form field and all of that stuff. Yeah. And it could be a nice exercise, because if we would just let the user input a URL, and it would maybe a little bit too simple. And
hey, that sounds like it. But to be honest, I have never used GitHub milestones in any repo.
Really?
Anyone? Arthur, Samuel, have you used? Have you created or achieved any GitHub milestones? Can you share your screen, Lucas, and show how these milestones look like?
Search for.
And the good thing, GitHub is working today. That's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's not down. Yesterday,
how long do you remember?
No, it wasn't that long, or at least I tried it after half an hour again, and it worked.
Yeah, a few dozens of minutes, I guess, like maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. But what was not a short glimpse either. It was not just short glitch. It took a little bit of time. Was horrible event for all the developers across the world. Okay. Samuel don't have any experience with GitHub milestones yet. Yeah, these are the milestones, right? So you go to organization / repo or project, and then /milestone. Is it slash or backslash? I never remember the right form. It's backslash, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we see how the milestones look like. Do you have, Lucas, in any of your own projects, any milestones achieved?
For some private projects, I have milestones here.
Okay, I see.
But it only makes sense if you have lots of issues and a bigger project. Yeah.
But what would be the difference between a release and a milestone? It could be exactly the same, right?
A release is just a label. Those are just labels you give to. No, they are releases, tags, called tags, and they just are a reference to one commit in the stream. And yeah, what those milestones actually are, they are for planning. For example, you want to achieve the minimum viable product, for example, and you would, you see they have issues that are assigned to this milestone. And yeah, if they are, you can see, you set a date for the milestone. Okay, they also don't need to have a due date. but they can have, and you can then see, you can then track the process towards the milestone. Yeah.
I see. It's like purely project management thing.
Yeah. It makes sense if you have a project with 5,000 plus issues open.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's Flutter. Yeah.
Flutter has a lot of issues. At least in the GitHub repo.
It doesn't mean bugs. It
My
just
god.
means issues.
I would become a depressive person if I would be a maintainer of Flutter or such project with thousands of issues. Where to start? There are so many.
Yeah.
Okay. Just and yet another idea, just to keep in mind. I don't say that we should go this way. Once you scrape a page, HTML page, there are some tags like title, description, and I don't know, maybe like there is a preview image. How about like if you would feed to a script URL to an article that this script would extract this kind of important information about the page. Just that's I guess pretty much doable with JavaScript in general. Probably some regex will be involved, but that's not where I'm very good at.
Scraping is also something that doesn't have to do anything with Svelte. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it's an interactive thing. That's you insert the URL, you click the button, and it would fetch another page. So that's
most of the logic would be to get the information out of the page, which would then be then we would it would take us most of the time to write that extractor function. And
hey, that's
stuff we would just write 5 lines of Svelte,
sure.
Which is
and one thing.
Yeah.
Also, this simple use case wouldn't require API calls, so that would be nice to use API calls. A plus point for your approach for GitHub Open API. You know what is more required? I don't know what's your like huge interest in milestones. I didn't have such a demand. I don't know, maybe I'm not into the right projects, but something was like GitHub stars. If you, I guess you can retrieve information about GitHub stars and when they were given, or when when the stars were awarded. You could create a chart.
I think
there is such a script somewhere. Sorry?
I'm not sure if that's also something we can do easily on the front end, and that's the thing.
That you would need a graphical representation, I guess, to draw a chart, right?
Yeah, just to do something on the front end with minimal stuff.
Like a table would be nice. Yeah.
The data just to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely for
displayed in some interesting way.
Yeah, GitHub API sounds good. Even you don't need anything, right? Any like a JVT or anything like this. It just works. It's completely open. Is it correct?
I think so. It has some kind of limitation.
Otherwise,
graphic, but it should be open. Yeah.
Oh, you don't need any authentication at all to retrieve the data. Okay, that sounds great. Otherwise, we would take some stupid API like open API, like Star Wars API, or I don't know, Kitty Cats API. There are so many.
We'll just try to fetch some milestones myself. Okay. Basically, what we get from API, just really.
That's the whole API.
Yeah. basically this URL we have to assemble. And for that, we let the user type in the username from GitHub, and then we could also try to show the repositories list after that automatically, because we already know the username. Then we can fetch then we can actually fetch the repositories for that user, and we could show them which repositories he can choose, and then we can choose the milestones.
Okay, so you want to give a go? Sorry, I don't know. Like, looks like I'm tired today. So you want to go like one hop more with the retrieval of a username and listing repos first, and then jumping into the right repo, right? That's one more interaction. Why not?
Yeah.
But a very basic one would be you just feed this URL, and you get a list of a proper list of milestones, ordered one in a table.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can start there and then
interested in
more complicated.
For example, this await and also for loops. We can use all of these features, and that's very interesting to use, in my opinion. That's some kind of the reason why I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lucas, do you want to create a repo for this use case, just as for this example?
Yeah, let's do that.
If you want, you can go with Cloud Study Net, Cloud Community official like org. You can create there. If you want, you can go with one of your repos, or do it within your namespace.
Project here, or if I have to first. Let me see. I will just create it on my.
Yeah, and we can always like move it if it will be required.
Yeah. Just try something here. I have to authenticate myself.
Okay, turn off the screen sharing.
It's okay, it's in another window, so
you
can see that nothing is moving. Yeah. Now we should have access to my stuff. Okay, I think I can't create a new repository here. And let's just do it on GitHub quickly.
Oops, sorry.
We'll just create repository, 12 examples.
Call it milestones or so, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, should work. Let's see if it's open. Reload it. Nice. Select. Okay. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's any way to do this some kind of automatically to initialize this as a Svelte Gitpod. I use Gitpod and then open it in a new Visual Studio Code window, which is really great.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just stop presenting here. I need to present a window. Yeah. Have it. It's now it's npm, it's already installed. And I will just set it up as a Svelte Kit project.
Oh, you want to go the Svelte Kit way? Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just how we will deploy it. We will write Svelte components, but yeah.
So do you want to have like multiple pages?
No, just one for now.
Okay.
Yes. Svelte Kit skeleton project. Do we want to use TypeScript? Yes. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, we are just selecting it here, and it doesn't really mean that we have to use it, because TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, so we can also write normal.
You can just stick to JavaScript for now, right?
Yeah.
Despite choosing TypeScript in the settings.
Is it better if I increase the
Yeah.
voice like this? Is this okay? Yeah. Now we are waiting for it to install. And let's see which directories we have. We have this route directory, where we have this app.html, which is basically the starting point for our app. And then we have this index.svelte file, which is here for which we just host our file. Yeah. Then we can also write other components in the source directory. Yeah. Let's make a new folder named components. We'll commit this already. Okay, now it should be committed. I will also just connect it with Netlify. We will have posted version.
Oh, you will immediately see the production version, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone would be able to click it and experience it.
Yeah, I mean, right now it would just be very easy. Give me this. Right now it just would be nothing special, but yeah.
But it will open door to further experiments.
Yeah. Let me just see.
At some point we have to like try some API without notification as well, but not today.
But it would just take us too much time to set up the authentication, and it's nothing I really see how Svelte works. Yeah.
It will result into the same result. I mean, at the end we will get data, hopefully, and it will just be displayed.
Yeah.
I will be back just in a minute.
Yeah, I have to just see how I can set it up. Sweat kit. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure where it will land. I will make this later. Let's do this later. Try to run this. Okay. Preview and editor. This is nice. Okay. Looks like it already works. Let's say it's optimized.
Oh, that's a local version already, right?
Yeah.
So you are editing index.svelte in the roots folder. This is the folder where you have to put files. If you like, every file will be responsible for a separate page. In pure Svelte, you don't have this folder, right? It's a Svelte kit feature.
Yeah.
Input field.
No, what did you say? I didn't actually.
Doesn't matter. That was some blah blah, not related. Go on. GitHub username. Username or org name. Yeah.
Looks better. But yeah, I wanted to see if we have already installed the extensions. Svelte. I have to install it. Install.
Oh, the Svelte extensions, right? Like for the highlighting. Or preview. Yeah, there is a good extension which will preview components.
Yeah.
Svelte components. So two plugins are highly recommended for Visual Studio Code. One is Svelte, like highlighting of the code.
Everything that has, if you search for extensions, just install everything with.
No, there are many.
Kind of popular. Yeah, this is kind of popular with 200,000 downloads, and this one is.
I mean, only two extensions, right? Or do you recommend any others?
I'm not sure. You have to see for yourself. I mean, this is very important that you have some kind of initial support for this. IntelliSense is basically that you get code completion and stuff like this, and you can move between references of some things. And Svelte Preview is just something very simple that you can use like this. You can preview Svelte components here on the right side.
Yeah, so 3 plugins so far are recommended. Svelte for VS Code, Svelte IntelliSense, and Svelte Preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do something else. Let's create maybe this component. How should we name it? Where you can enter your code.
A repo name? Or repo? Or which one do you mean?
This input component, I want to split it up into some components.
Oh, I see.
Yes. It works with order strings. Like with this. Okay, I'm not sure if it's good to put it in this kind of thing, but yeah, let's try to first find this variable here. I have to see how binding variables actually works again. I forgot everything since the last time. Should we follow the document at the docs side by side
Yeah.
with this? Because
Binding variables words with an exclamation mark?
yeah, but
Or no,
so
dollar sign?
I
don't remember.
I will share my one screen instead. I'll share this screen right now.
I think it was a exclamation mark.
No, that wasn't the case. Docs.
And binding to the input was bind.
We have this bind.
That's for the input.
Yeah.
For text fields and so.
Yeah, and we should do that for us. That
bind value equal.
Let's do something else.
Okay.
I'm not sure how we could write this. Yeah. Yeah, right. Update. Yes. Right. Okay.
Amazing. And then output somewhere username just to test if it works.
Yeah, can do that.
Let's test now.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yes.
Okay. Let's use this. Let's compute basic. I'll just do this like this for now. We will have to find another solution later. Yeah. Oh, the code repository. Should work, maybe. It's unused. That shouldn't matter now. Let's wrap this maybe in some kind of div, for example. Let's do something.
Style margin top. Is it what you want to do?
No, I want to do something entirely else. I want to use this if and only show it if the username is already inputted.
Okay. But let it be right like this, just right, just for now, you know.
But
if it's empty, it will just show nothing. Ah, I see what you get. I see what you want. Yeah. You want dynamically show request for GitHub repo if there's a username in place.
We don't find it right at the moment. Let's do that later. Okay, I think I have to start it once again. Browser? No, you should. Yeah. Okay, nice. We have some kind of error here. Let's see if it has something to do with this. Let's try to restart everything. Always work. Okay, still. So just drop them. Okay, I think. Let me just try this. If it now works, maybe. For some reason it doesn't. Let me just move my other windows to another screen. Okay. For some reason it doesn't work. I will just remove this as well because we don't need it at the moment. I'm not sure why it's showing message.
Okay. So this piece is not working. Okay.
It still doesn't work for some reason. Maybe let's just move to the Cloud IDE again to the REPL.
What do you mean?
I won't use this locally, but I will just do it here on the online REPL.
Oh, in their environment. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, show this.
Could not find. It still doesn't work there.
Yeah, because I haven't inputted it yet.
Okay.
So now it should work, maybe. It should work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will try to do this manually. In all this.
Oh, nice.
This
Now type something there.
value. Okay. Okay, we can just input it.
Oh, nice, nice. It immediately shows your input nearby. The binding works.
But it correctly, which is great. There we should try something more difficult. And here is put in this await block, which I have to look up a little bit. What actually works, because I already forgot it. Basically this. I want to this thing.
So the wait part you want to use for API or for API call, right?
Exactly.
But it will, let me think, it will, on every stroke of a key, it will do the request.
We can somehow limit that later, but we can do that
as you type. Yeah.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
insert.
Somehow.
You can insert name of a organization or user. This way, it will do it just once. The request.
But it's actually bad that it will reload this request on every
keystroke.
Every time. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's what we actually want. Because if someone enters a totally different username, if he wants to change it afterwards, then you can show it then.
Okay.
Let's try to write some kind of function. Fetch repositories for user, very descriptive name. Then
it needs an input, right?
Yeah. GitHub API repositories. This is what we want to fetch this URL basically. Okay, is GitHub down again? Because it won't load the website. GitHub. Is GitHub down again? This is down.
The docs are down.
Okay, it now works.
It works.
Huh. It's basically this HTTP and this fetch. There's this fetch API which I want to use for this. Yeah. And we can use this fetch API to download the data. It's basically a newer thing than the Ajax HTTP API in JavaScript. Let's input this.
Don't they have like a special API sent to me?
Yeah. This work. Just try this. The kind of for each loop.
Don't you want to output at first like a row or response and then make it
Let's see what you get as a response here.
Just a JSON output.
Okay. No, sorry. Maybe want to this. Or maybe then just
there is a HTML tag for row output. What was this? Quote or block quote? I don't remember.
what do you want?
HTML tags for quotes.
For what?
Quoted texts, you know, like a. Let me look it up.
Okay, so we should look to this better. What?
It's all PRE.
I think we are. We should already use this for loop, this each loop. Just see what we have here. Full name. Okay, let's just output name here. See if we get something with repositories.
Nothing happens. Do you think it still waits?
There's some kind of error in the console we should be aware of. We'll have to maybe use just to be a little bit safe, that nobody inputs like.
Can you maybe use logging as well along the way, or like logging into console?
I had a syntax error here. That was.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Array like. Okay, this means we're already here. Just output it. It actually can return something. Not sure what we get there. I don't see. I don't see anything. I'm not sure what we get here. Actually, it's shitty. Trying something like this.
Yeah. 404. That's bad.
That's bad. Maybe it's because I'm looking for orgs.
How it should be?
I input art, yeah, for example. Again. No, I don't think so. I think we have the wrong API endpoint. Oh, this website is so super slow. I just try this myself. Okay, let me see if it also works for individual users. Okay, for individual users, it doesn't work. It's just for organizations for some silly reason.
That's that's a good good thing to know. For some reason, it only works for organizations.
Yeah, Let me see if the other endpoint also then just works for. Okay, let's try this one. This already also works for organizations. Yeah. Now we get something here. Nice.
Nice. Congratulations. The output was 200.
I will try to write this each list as item. Do all the indentation myself, which is a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Item dot name. Yes. Okay, it won't actually be loaded. Let's maybe do another logic. Let's put a button here. I have to see how it works. Yes, or I will show it to everyone. On click, kind of click handler. You will do something like this. Oops. If shows repo. Okay. Let's try to add a function here. Function. Or we could simply write it in there, I guess. This works. But for some reason. Nice. This is great.
Yes.
Let's wrap it into an unordered list. Should look a little bit better. Nice. Okay.
You need a drop-down list instead, right?
Why? What do you mean?
So you would pick on the second step, you would pick one of the repos, confirm, or just by picking, you
I
can
will
retrieve.
just make them maybe
like select option, you know this.
Yeah. It won't look very nice, but okay, I guess.
Mm.
We'll just make them buttons. It will look very terrible, but I think that's okay for now.
That's okay, yeah.
What's it called? Cloud community? Yes. We already have a list of.
But we don't have any milestones, so be prepared. Don't search for milestones there.
Let's search for Flutter. Okay, we have to.
Oh, it just goes further. It expands in the list, right?
I'm not sure. No, it won't do anything. We have to
Strange.
somehow make sure that it will reload it actually.
So you have to blank it at first.
Yeah. Maybe we could just do something like this. There should be like it on. Searching for some kind of on-edit. You know what I mean?
So you want to reset or
yeah, I want to have some kind of logic that if we start to edit the username again, we will hide the results. Is there some kind of list?
Can't you have like div tag and just blank the content of it before
Now
you?
the problem is that it won't reload our function in there. Maybe I will just put this into a separate repository.
I mean, shoot, if it's connected onto the button click, so every time you click, it should fire the function again, I guess.
Yeah,
or is it only once?
Give me a second. We call it repository. Put everything here. We will let username export that username basically like this. We will move this method to the subcomponent. This maybe. Sorry for the bad formatting of the source code, but that's because of the IDE. No. Import like this. And we have to use give it username. I think we can write it like this. It's a short form. It should work, maybe. Okay. Okay, that's right. I forgot to write that. And if we will change it to another thing, it won't actually redo this.
we will burn too much time on it. Let's just go ahead with a one click. Like you only have one attempt to retrieve the
Yeah.
list of repos. We will fix it like later on, but
Yeah.
I fear we will have no time for the rest.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit problematic. Then after we have that, I wanted some kind of reason, some kind of logic that we will wait until difficult. How could we do that? Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm writing nice JavaScript here, but I wanted to maybe return some kind of async, some promise, for example. I wanted to use a promise as the, and put it in there. Maybe somehow. I think I'm producing very bad code in JavaScript right now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, goodness. I'm not sure how I'm going to run it. Basically, we also have to wait until we are, this is basically done, till we have the repository name. And after we have that name, we can, or let's just start, continue with writing this on page. Let's maybe put in here some kind of like this. Select. Also have to do this. This numbers a little bit. Select tag. Yeah, we could use that, but this would take some minutes. Let's just stick with the button. It's not a nice way to write it, but it kind of works, I guess. Just a second. Should see something here that we get full name, which would be better, I guess. So just do this full name, journalist full name, select, and select, select. This is the worst spell code I've actually ever written, which isn't much, but we should.
I think it's the only spelled code you have ever written, right?
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Find a much better.
I mean,
solution.
oh, you went with the select, right? No.
Oh, it's just. I mean, this is really bad code. That's why I said.
Ah, on select you mean once you click a button of a
I could maybe put.
Until it works, everything is okay.
Oh, it's. Where is the? Okay. I think we have to. Oh, let's put. Yes. It's the problem here. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I have to finish this click function on select. Did it actually work? Let's just try something else. To hide it afterwards, just click done. See if I'm doing this class. Okay. I know how this should work. Okay, it doesn't work for some reason. Oh, I forgot this. Yes. try to move this in where it's okay. This is the part where we should fetch all of the milestones.
Yeah, just one function is missing.
Yeah. And
But we can leave it there. That's okay. We can continue next time if you want.
Yeah, but it's really embarrassing source code error out there.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I worry about it. Yeah.
You will get better, believe me. That's fine. So almost there. Just one call is missing, and you have to process if there are no milestones. You have to display something, some message, and so on. But that's a good example already. And what have you used for the API calls? Fetch, or was it fetch?
Yeah, this is the fetch API.
It's just JavaScript function, right? Yeah. Amazing. That's a very simple Svelte application already. This things.
But I think we should
nice.
implement it a little bit more elegant with lots of other features. Maybe to just write everything as asynchronous with promises, or maybe also with Svelte store. This could be a thing that we would rewrite this kind of select for the repositories as a store, which is maybe a little bit over-engineered, but it would be really interesting to see if we could do that. Yeah, I have to see.
Absolutely. So maybe do better stuff next time. But that for today, I think it was great. We did. You did, Lucas, for like the most part. Great little application. Almost got to the milestones. I still think that stars tracking is a kind of better solution, or like a better use case. If you have a repository, you would like to see like how the stars are growing, their progression, and it could be.
Also, I think it would be much more difficult, because we have a lot
more data, and you need to put it into a chart. That's the problem, basically. Okay, so let's call it a day for now.
But I just wanted to share something why I want to do this.
Okay.
Google Sheets, for example, is using a new project planning feature. They at some point this year released it, which basically just shows some dates in kind of like project plan view. And GitHub has this milestones feature, but they don't have some kind of a project planning view where you see basically all your milestones, how they overlap on some kind of time axis. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can find something easily right now. Space. They released it when they had their developer conference this year, but since then they didn't roll this feature out, which is really a shame. This is, I think, where they are showing it. Let me just share my screen again. This is basically how you can do some kind of those timeline views, and I want to create a timeline view like this.
Yeah, looks pretty. So you want to take milestones, GitHub milestones, and create a similar chart.
Yeah. Okay. I
Okay.
think they
Is
didn't
it called
explain.
Gantt chart or something like this?
What did you say?
I think it's called Gantt chart or something like this.
How do
It's
you
a name
spell
of it. Yeah, GA and T, maybe double T, something like this. I think it's the name of a dude who created.
Yeah, that's great. And GitHub doesn't have those charts, and I wanted to build a
Not
view that.
yet. I'm
Not
sure
yet.
they will introduce something like this in the future. Or
Yeah.
drop them a letter and you can spare the coding.
Yeah. Or I can just write them an email with our
Create
spelled
an issue
application.
in the repo.
No, we will do it. We will actually do a Gantt view like that. That's my goal with this little project. Maybe let's continue there next week.
Yeah. Nice. And then we will do the stars. GitHub stars.
Okay. But you have to write the code for it, okay?
I will copy your code and slightly change the API calls. And we'll put the Gantt chart other way around. That will be it. Let's see. Okay, I have to drop off.
Yeah, me too.
Lucas, later on, please feel free to share your code with us. Maybe we will. I don't know. I can fork it into Cloud Community organization from your repo. You can keep it there because you will continue. We will continue next week. Same time, same place as always. Victor, Arthur, thanks for being in the call, learning stuff with us. And Lucas, thank you for doing the call and doing the coding, what is more important. Okay.
See you next time too. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Lucas, turn off the recording, please.
Yeah, I will.